Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Death Note. Last time on Death Note, we had Ally. Kind of a in-between episode, sort of leading into where we're going next with the show. We did some stuff at the new base. We had a bit of a confrontation between Light and L due to L kind of being bummed out that he was wrong about Light being Kira. And all the police force, all the detectives on the Kira task force were told that they cannot pursue Kira as police officers anymore. So they all had to quit their job. Unfortunately, this was not very good for Aizawa, and so he ended up having to quit the task force so that, he could keep a salary. Although there was some stuff with L and how L could have paid, but it was all a test, and Aizawa ended up leaving anyway. And my glasses are a little dirty. Well, that's what happens when you're kind of a dick, kind of a geeky dick in a Dragon Ball Z abridged video. Not the point. And we also brought in 2 new recruits to the task force. We got a con man named Iburn and a thief named Weddy, and the 2 of them are going to help with the infiltration of the Yatsuba Corporation. And with all of this, it left poor Matsuda without much really he could do. And we're kind of questioning how useful is Matsuda in all of this. We'll have to see. But yeah, that is basically that. This is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. Also, if you want to watch my reaction to this episode of Death Note, it is unfortunately not in this YouTube video due to copyright reasons. What you got to do is head down to the description or to the pinned comment. There will be a link there. I'll take you to my edited highlight reaction with the footage in the corner. It's all edited and nice and good. Once you're done with that, you can pop over to this discussion. Also, just another quick note. There will not be an episode of Death Note next week. In fact, there won't be any videos at all next week. I'm taking a week. Technically not taking a week off, but I'm taking a week to shift into a new schedule, a new production schedule, I guess. And because of that, there will not be a new episode of Death Note next week, or any of my other reactions, honestly. So I apologize for this. I apologize that this has to happen, but it just kind of has to happen because there's no other way that I'm going to sort of shift into this new schedule without it. So yeah, no episode of Death Note next week. However, and that's going to be, oh well, you can figure it out. A week after, basically the next episode will go up 2 weeks after this episode goes up. So yeah, and we will be picking right back up with episode 20, pretty much like nothing ever happened. But yeah, no episode of Death Note next week. So with all that being said, let's get right into this episode of Death Note. Here we go. Okie dokie. That could have gone a whole lot worse. Oh. With a title and an episode about Matsuda. That could have gone a whole lot worse. We didn't even see him get chewed out. It just, hey, he did something. Maybe El will give him something to do now. Give him something to do just so he doesn't get himself killed. Oh, Matsuda. He's scaring the life out of me. Oi. Hold on. I'm adjusting my stuff. Adjusting my hoodie. Sorry. Alright, there we go. It's so blue. I never wear stuff this colorful. Oh man. That was... I was scared. I was scared. I thought, he could die. I thought he could have been fired, honestly. I thought L would have just kicked him out. But nope. Nope. I'll just assume he got a stern talking to. And heck, he did give them something. He did confirm it to them. They just, had to fake his death. That's all. Oh. Definitely an interesting episode. Okay, the first thing I wrote down was Matsuda. So we did get our Everybody Hates Matsuda montage at the beginning, which was funny. Because, of all the characters, Matsuda has been the most, shat upon in this series. It's been pretty crazy. And he wasn't always like that. I remember, he's been around since at least episode 2, hasn't he? He's been around through most of the show, And I remember, I'm pretty sure it was him when they were talking about Kira, and he brought up the fact that, crime rates have gone down because of Kira. I remember him saying that, and, the chief acknowledging, yes, that is true, crime has gone down. And he was like, oh, I hope I didn't speak out of turn. And she was like, no, it's fine. That's what everyone was thinking. What would have been bad is if you said that was a good thing, that it was good what Kira was doing. So yeah. So that was interesting. And then, the whole just showing how much Matsuda has been shat upon in this show. I understand it. I understand Matsuda's plight, I guess. He wanted to do something useful, but it maybe took him a little too far, The next thing I wrote down was Misa. Man, MVP in this episode was definitely Misa. She really worked those guys, pretty well. She has so much of a better poker face than Matsuda does. Granted, I guess she's an actress too, model and actress. So, so that was funny. And just her role and being like, I don't want to do any romantic scenes. I have a boyfriend. That's funny too. I like that. Especially because that guy, that actor, looked a hell of a lot like Light. So, that was funny. Okay, I wrote down top 3, that the top 3 detectives were all L. That's what he said, right? Because it's like, oh, they got the second best detective in the world to... They want to hire the second best detective in the world to investigate L and find out his name. Because they want to kill him, they want Kira to kill him. So... but then L says that the top 3 are all him. Didn't he say that? Did he not say that? I'm going to go back a bit.
And now we have to worry about Coyle, too.
It's quite alright. The detective known as Geraldo Coyle is me. It's quite simple, really. 3 of the greatest detectives in the world. L, Coyle, and Deneuve. They're all actually me. It's been my experience that people who try to find me usually fall for this.
Okay, so...
Give you this strawberry.
So he straight up says that the top 3 detectives are all him. Which is actually kind of funny. Basically there is no one as good as he is. The fact is, he is the top 3. But then, at the end, they reveal that Coyle is someone else. Coyle is a different person. Unless... Unless it's actually that is a person that L hired to get in on the inside. Is it? God, that's a little confusing now. Let me go look. Maybe I missed something at the end. No, a little further. A little bit back.
Yes?
You're Masahiko Kida, VP of the Rights and Planning Department at Yotsuba's Tokyo office, correct?
Yes, that's right. And who am I speaking to?
I go by the name Geraldo Coyle. I'm calling to discuss my terms with you.
What? A $2 million advance and $8 million upon completion?
Wait, was that the fucking guy? Was that fucking Iburn? Was that it? Am I so stupid? It's hard to go back in this.
The Rights and Planning Department at Yotsuba's Tokyo office, correct?
Yes, that's right. And who am I speaking to?
I go by the...
Yeah, I think that's Iburn, actually. Maybe it's not, though. I don't know. That would make sense, because otherwise, why would L say that he is the top 3 if he wasn't? You know, that makes sense. That would be Iburn. So you guys can clear it up for me in the comments. So yeah, let's see. The next thing I wrote down was Matsui. Matsuda, to his credit, was thinking on his feet. You know, really improvised. He did pull a fast one on them, you know, saying like, oh, I wanted to know if you wanted Misa Amane to be your the spokesperson. He just didn't have the greatest poker face, but they did fall for it still, so that was at least good. But yeah, he does not have a good poker face, but he did his best. He did his best as Matsui. So yeah. Leading all the way to, again, Misa the MVP, you know, going in and acting natural. Going in, acting natural, and being like, oh, well, you know, the only thing I don't do is nudes. Damn. But she does, swimsuits and lingerie, you know, just giving them all this information. It just really worked. She really did pull that off. And then, you know, and granted, I'm sure some of that was... I'm sure she was given, like, what to say to Elle. Because, you know, she said, you know, oh, we made an arrangement, you know, for a little welcoming party or something. And then it just cuts to all the girls there. So that was interesting, you know. She definitely, you know, took on her role pretty well. Basically, I mean... Granted, her role was Misa Amane, basically. So yeah, I do like that. I like that she really, even though I'm sure, you know, all of this was probably L's idea, she really did come in and save Matsuda's ass on this one, you know? And then the next thing I wrote down, faking Matsuda's death. That was interesting. So they had to fake his death and... by having him get drunk and fake falling off. Man, oh man, I don't know if I would have been able to do that. God, that would be terrifying. That would be so terrible. Because, I mean, I'm afraid of heights. I don't know if I would have actually, you know, gone through with it. You know, having to do a handstand and then slip off and fall onto a mattress, hoping to God that this mattress catches you, and then get in before anyone notices. Oh, man, just thinking about it now, like, that is terrifying, having to try to do that. But it worked. It did work on them, and they were all like, oh, shit, someone died. We gotta get out of here before the fucking press shows up, you know? So now, Matsuda can't be, Matsui. He can't be Misa Amane's manager. Oh, that's gonna kill him. He loves being Misa's manager. He loves being the manager to Misa. Fucking Matsuda. He's funny, though. And then, let's see. I also wrote down Coyle. So, now that I look at it again, it does definitely look like Iburn. So, I'm not sure. We'll definitely have to find out. You guys can clear that up in the comments. Yeah. And then the last thing I wrote down was 7, not 8. You know, they did install a camera in there, and I like the Weddy being like, you know, their security system is horrible. I thought this would be a challenge, you know? And it's like, oh, she just went in there and did all that stuff properly. So that was funny. You know, with it, she did that with the greatest of ease. I did like that little bit of humor there. And then, yeah, there should be 8 members, but there's only 7 there. And I would just assume... I assume that the 8th member is Kira, then? Is that the one who is Kira? Well, I don't know, because they don't even know which of them is Kira, you know? So, maybe not. I don't know. What fully are we implying with there are 7 of them instead of 8? Obviously, there's a question of where the hell is the 8th one, but yeah, I'm not quite sure about that. But we'll have to see next time. So yeah, good episode. I'm thankful that, you know, Matsuda wasn't fired or killed or anything, especially after losing Aizawa. It's good that we get to keep him, you know, just... It is sort of a goofy episode for Matsuda, but it did work. It worked for his character. And, you know, they were able to get out of that. And MVP of this is Misa Amane coming in and saving his ass. You know, even though, again, I'm almost 100% positive this was all L's plan to get him out. Of course, it was all L's plan to get him, how to get him out of there. But, man, Misa just completely taking on that role perfectly. I love Misa. She's so fun. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Once again, as I said at the beginning of the video, there will not be an episode of Death Note next week. Yeah, no episode of Death Note next week because we are going to be, because I gotta do some things, you know? I gotta get some things in order before I come back to these videos. So, yeah. No episode of Death Note next week, but we will get back to it in time. Don't you worry about that. Come back again in 2 weeks and watch episode 20 with me. Unless you're watching this in the playlist, you know, after the next episode's gone out, in which it doesn't matter to you. You can just go watch the next episode right now. But for those of you watching this live, no episode next week. So yeah, with that all being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Death Note reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.